Here we go, everybody. Surf or die. Let's do it. Oh, yeah. Get your drinks ready. Folks, we're going to have a great time tonight. Let's do it. This is going to be good. Okay. Welcome. Cardone's Evening Hour. My name is Adam Cardone, and we're going to have a good time tonight. I have my first guest here tonight. I've been wanting to have guests on this show since the beginning, and I'm still getting my tech up so I can do the Zoom thing and split screen, but I got a live guest tonight who will be here in a few minutes. So grab a drink, get your snacks out. We're going to have some fun here on a Wednesday. And I got to be honest. Wait, hold on. My camera's crooked. Ooh. There we go. Perfect. I think Wednesdays are my favorite one. Mondays, I'm okay. Fridays, for some reason, you would think I would be more excited and live energy for my Fridays. Wednesdays is the one I prepare, but I pull back a bit. I just see what happens, and it's for me the most fun. If you look here at the hand cam, I've got dice ready to roll because we're going to use the old-fashioned dice system for me to select the winner of the giveaway, which I'm going to talk about right now. Let's see here if is Stuart Palm in the house? He might be in here. I'm not sure. If not, he will be. Stuart Palm is my partner in the project, The Satanic Playing Cards. He is the artist, and he's the collaborator with me. And, oh, there he is! Stuart! So nice to see you in here. Come on in. Stuart and I have been working like freaks on this project, and it worked. We hit our number in 2 hours on Kickstarter. So before we get started on these cards and everything, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button and hit the notify button because it's the best thing you can do to help this channel out. Trying to get to 1,000, it ain't easy. So that's one thing. The second thing is me and Stuart, who's in the chat right now. You can ask him questions. Thank you, William. He's in the chat now. We have been working on a Kickstarter. Stuart, when did we first start? A year and a half ago? The idea started balling around, and we worked on it, and then we didn't, and then COVID hit, and all this stuff happened. But it's up. It's live. We still have, hold on. Let's see. We have 17 days to go. We are at $10,352. We hit 10,000 last Friday. I'm telling you right now, this is awesome. We're excited. The cards are cool. So what we need from you, anybody watching or helping, we need to spread it even more now. And so we've been having contests. The first one is right now, and I'm not going to do the drawing yet. We're going to wait because I'm going to have my friend who's coming here to be a guest pick the color of the first dice. But here's the contest. So we ran a contest. All you had to do is go to my Instagram, Cardone Magic, and hit, you had to hit, tag 2 people. The people that tagged and posted it, they got 2 entries. Here's the prize. I'll show you a picture. First of all, those are the playing cards. And second, see that shirt? That shirt, everybody, is going out to somebody tonight. You are going to win that shirt. And here's a picture of me holding the cards and a mock-up of the shirt. You're getting a deck of cards and the shirt for your helping out tonight. and spreading the word. And we're going to do the drawing at the end. So, and then I've got a major announcement. Friday, we're going to have our next contest. This one's insane. I think you're going to like it. Oh, hey, thank you, Amanda. Here's what it is. If you look on our Kickstarter right now, we've got different rewards and things that you can get. And there's one right now that says, have your face or your likeness on one of the jacks or queens. And you also get everything else. It's $1,000. If you do it, your likeness will be one of the demons on the jacks. Okay? Here's the next contest. We're going to be making a post soon, Friday. Right, Stuart? He's in here now. We're going to be making a post, and you're going to have to tag it and maybe do a couple things. But we're going to give away another likeness on the card. We're not sure what or where it's going to be, but it's going to be your likeness, and that's the prize. Nothing else but that. And it's going to be awesome. You will be immortalized in a very highly collectible pack of cards that's officially endorsed by the actual Church of Satan. It's historic, folks. So, if you're interested in that, go to Kickstarter, snoop around, and pay attention to what's coming up. Also, we have, and I don't think I uploaded this yet. No, I did not. It's a little bit of a secret. We have a lot of new cards coming out. Stuart's drawing them as we speak. I literally get in the phone with the guy, and we're going over stuff and sending pictures and ideas, and he's drawing like a maniac. And dude, his drawings are awesome, and he just did one. Do I get to tell him what it is? It's one of the Jokers. And take a guess who our Joker is. Anybody? Some of you already know. Well, the Joker, number one, is Anton Szandor LaVey. Okay? And there's a new drawing. It's a beautiful piece of artwork. And maybe, I don't know if you'll get to see it tonight, but if you follow me or Stuart Palm, Stuart, I need you to put your Instagram, your Twitters, and all your stuff in there so people can follow you and your art. And we're going to keep telling you the new cards as they come out, as he's designing them and drawing them. So, let's get moving here. I got a guest here. He's actually sitting on the studio couch. And he actually lives in this dwelling on the 3rd floor. And I've known him now for, I don't know, 6 years? 7 years? I don't know. And I'm very excited to have him here because we're going to talk about a subject that we not only talk about a lot, but we just live the vibe of what it is 24 hours a day. Just so you know, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. The beach is how many yards that way, Dillon?
150?
Like 150 yards. Like a football field, and that's it. There's the beach. Ocean. Right there. So for us, it's like a 2-second walk. Greatest natural experiences you can have, and it's free. And I'm about to bring him in right now. Folks, give a giant internet round of applause to the one and only Surf Ranger, Dillon. Mr. Dillon O'Toole. This is Dillon. He's extremely tall.
How's it going?
I look like I'm tall now. I gave him the shorter seat because if he didn't, his head would be, I'd be doing the interview like this.
No, this is...
Yeah, look, go ahead. You can stand up now. Look, show him how tall. See, I look like a hobbit, okay?
It's a comfy seat.
Most surfers aren't that tall.
No, yeah, it's kind of a disadvantage.
They're more like, I think Kelly Slater's like my size and stocky as heck.
Yeah,
He's
the
like...
best are like, under 6 foot for sure.
Under 6. All right, here's what I'm going to do.
Though. A couple of standouts above 6 foot.
Who is in here? William's in here. Oh, William says hi. Luke says Ranger. I'm going to move this right here. Let us know how the sound is. We got new equipment in here. Oh, look at this. Look at the incense right now. Oh, it's not doing it. Wait, what the hell? Come on. This thing's being faulty. Anywho, all right, back to this.
It's puffing. I see it.
Well, it does this thing when it comes down the hole and it's not working.
It comes out of his mouth.
You got to see it. It'll work in a second. Here, hold on.
Comes out of his eyes.
I'm going to dump it and do another one. You got to see this. This is the patron saint of this show at this point. For a little later. Here. I'm going to light another incense cone. So, Dillon.
What is... Ooh, I've never seen this.
You've never seen these?
No.
This is a trick. This is like a gimmicky
Almost looks
incense
like a
thing.
walnut or something.
It's ridiculous. So Dillon is not only a surfer, he is a surf coach, a surf teacher.
Yep.
I call him a surf guru. I've learned more about surfing from this guy than anybody, and yeah. What's up, brother?
I don't know about guru, but
But if you,
I'll help you out a little bit.
but you gotta admit, when you learn to surf, it's a different zone your brain goes in.
Yeah.
It's not cerebral. It's here and here. It's like
It's much more in the moment.
So
Great.
tell the audience, you're born and raised in Rockaway Beach. How'd you get started? What was your early childhood?
Digging holes in the sand, boogie boarding, shore break, and surfing. A lot of surfing.
I can imagine. I did not grow up here. I grew up in Central PA. I went to the beach once a year.
Yeah.
It was like
tough.
a religious experience.
Yeah.
I remember smelling the air as you got close to the beach. But if you're born here, I'm going to make a guess. Even if you're born by the ocean, you never get bored of it.
No, you never get bored of it. And then also, all of middle school and all of high school, I was traveling public transportation off the peninsula every day to go to school.
Ah, you left.
So coming back over the bridge, like once you get to a certain point on Flatbush Avenue, you start to be able to smell the different quality of air. It just smells so much cleaner.
Oh, for those of you
Yeah.
that don't know, we're in New York City and we live on the beach. So it's
Yeah.
kind of a weird...
Yeah.
It's not Coney Island. Very different.
Yeah, no, it's an actual beach. It's like we're right on the ocean. It's rare. It's a white sand beach in New York City. It's like
It's rare.
quite unbelievable.
Well, it's the only real beach.
Yeah.
Because Coney Island's a beach, but it's like an inlet.
Yeah, you're inside the bay, and Staten Island's on the other side inside the bay, and then the Bronx. You have some stuff up in the mouth of the Sound, but
Yeah, there's no waves.
but it's no ocean waves. Real power.
Yeah, we have like big, we get little waves, we get big waves, and then once in a while we get frickin'
Yeah.
King Kong waves.
Yeah, like late summer into the fall, and then if we get lucky, we get a lot of winter surf too.
So you grew up here. At what point? I mean, you were just around. It was just happening. But when you were really little, it wasn't as popular.
No, we used to get made fun of as kids. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
See?
We were
Questions, guys. Ask questions,
Yeah,
too.
we were the odd people out for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, when I was little, skateboarding was that.
We did a lot of skateboarding too.
Yeah, and cops used to chase us.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Harassed by police all the time.
All the
harassed
time.
by just people in their houses. Running out and being. This one lady was blaming us one time for causing a pothole in the street. And saying that her car is going to break, it's going to be all our fault. Yeah,
Yeah, you made the pothole.
Yeah,
I mean,
people
for us, it
hate
was steps.
skateboarding.
They do.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, though, we messed up a lot of cement steps.
we were assholes a lot too as kids, but
Yeah.
But
really...
when we were skating, most of the time, that was the one time we weren't doing anything really particularly stupid or or destructive.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you
know?
were actually exercising.
Yeah, we were exercising, minding
Wow.
our business, not doing anything to their property or annoying them. And
So I started surfing. It's about 10 years ago.
yeah,
I started about 10 years
that's a
ago.
good show.
Yeah, and I was a little older, and I would come here. When I moved to New York City in 95, which is, that sounds like forever ago.
I was 5.
Wow, really?
Yeah, in 95 I
Are
was
you
5.
kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I feel old.
It does feel like forever ago.
Here. We got questions here. But wait, before we read these, I want to answer. So I started coming out here because I wanted a real beach.
Mm-hmm.
Coney Island's great. There's junk food. I was performing at Coney Island because of the sideshow and the magic stuff.
That was probably a scene in the 90s.
It was a scene. The sideshow, the boardwalk, right? But it wasn't a beach scene.
No.
It's not.
When I just think of what you were describing, I'm thinking of the movie Bullet with Tupac jumping down it and getting murdered by Buffalo Bill at the end. Do you remember that?
I do, yeah.
The one with Mickey Rourke.
Oh, right. That's Coney Island?
Yeah, at the very end, that's like
Okay.
Stillwell right over there.
Stillwell Avenue, which is in Brooklyn. It's Brooklyn. We're in Queens.
So yeah, I don't picture beach when you describe
It's
that.
not beachy. I came here. I walk up to the beach. My kids were really little at the time, and I was just like, "All right, this is a beach. There's like waves, and oh look, there's actually surfing." And I've been skateboarding since I can ever remember, and I've broken bones and been through the whole skateboarding, which I'm sure you have too.
Yes.
And I look at the surfing, and I'm like, "Oh my God, I can do that!" Right? I'm like, "No problem." My friend Toilet Boy Sean, who's also your size.
No, he's way bigger.
Yeah, he's big. He's like
a little taller and just way
big.
stronger than I'll ever be in my wildest dreams.
Yeah, he's like a monster, and he surfs, and he's like, "Yo, just come out and grab a board and try it." No lessons. And the first day I came out was terrible conditions, and I didn't really do well. I could pop up immediately, but it was like nothing. And then I realized how hard it was.
Yeah, I was lucky. That first moment for me was being a kid.
You were tiny.
I wasn't tiny. I started later than everyone, so I was probably like 11 or 12 or something around there.
He's saying that's late, which is funny. Yeah.
Yeah, that was late. I was the last one in my group of initial friends.
Interesting. Was there a reason for that or no? Were you just like
I moved to Rockaway when I was 11 to move in with my aunt and uncle. So
right.
So I was the late addition.
Oh, you showed up a little bit later.
Yeah.
Oh, you were like, okay, here I.
I was already getting ragged on just for not being there since day one.
Ah, yeah. Now the surf thing, there is like a ragging on thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you get made fun of, and you might get punched.
Groms coming up together like little kids growing up surfing together.
And you might get punched. Oh, let's see if this camera's doing. Look. Oh yeah, look. See, it's dripping down.
There, yeah.
See. It's not a good one. Sometimes
it's like a cave of wonders.
Yeah, a cave. Oh my God! You've just given it the name.
Yeah.
It's now officially called the Cave of. Hold on. Nothing's real until you write it down.
Make it official.
Dude, that's what this whole show's about. Yeah. Dude, this whole show is about taking action, and that's a good marker. Give that one a little.
Ooh, it's potent. Is it Sharpie brand?
Oh, it's the fancy Sharpie. Yeah. I haven't even a fancier
king size one.
It's the king size. What did you call it? The cave.
The Cave of Wonders.
Of Wonders. This is great.
I don't know if is that Goonies or is that specific? I don't remember, but
I like it. Cave of Wonders. Okay, cool. It's now the Cave of Wonders. So
so I was the odd man out.
You were the older kid, and then when you first did it, did you realize how hard it was? Like immediately?
No, I was really lucky. I was shorter, so I was a little more compact. I went through 2 major growth spurts, so that was before any of that crazy nonsense. So,
oh yeah.
And B, my cousin Mike tried to push me in for my first wave, and I was like, I don't like that.
The Mike I know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mike O'Toole. And then second wave, I was like, let me just do it myself, and I wound up catching the wave and just catching her right, and just peeling.
All right.
Just going. Yeah.
Where was it? Do you remember which break?
It was right up by my block, like where I grew up, like right in like 120th or so.
Okay.
Just out on a sandbar.
Look, someone just asked. Never been to Rockaway, but Long Beach is absolutely amazing. Yeah, Long Beach is literally right there. It is nice.
Yeah, we're the New York City version of Long Beach.
It's the same kind of basically, although.
Yeah.
Aren't they? Isn't their beach angled a little different? No, they're the same.
Wave-wise, they usually get a little better angle. They usually get a little more size on it.
Luke is saying, have the breaks in Rockaway always been best in specific locations, or are they now?
Always shifting.
They're constantly shifting.
Constantly shifting. And everything's going to change because they're building jetties right now. So they're about to build a bunch of jetties all over everything.
They are.
So who knows, it's going to be very different in, 3 years' time.
There are 2 main spots that most people go to because of the shops, though.
Yeah. No, well, the shops are there as a result, too, of the spots already being there as a result of this train stops.
The train stops.
91st and 67th.
That's
Street.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. The train stops, the shops, all together. This is
Concession
91.
stands.
We live on one of the breaks. We got concession.
Yeah.
How many surf shops are up here now? 2 or 3?
There's 2 and a little skate shop as well.
Oh, yeah, there's 2 here. Now, down in the 60s is the other hot spot.
And then, down to 67, we have Breakwater,
That's the best shop, man.
You'll see me there almost
You'll
every
see
day.
him there. The thing that I like that you do is the way you teach surfing is very, what's the word? You combine it. You do the action. You push them in and tell them what to do. But the way you explain it has a manner of you being able to execute it. What do you call that? That's like
I don't know. I guess mainly when I'm teaching, I'm just trying to put myself in their shoes. And then, by getting to know someone just a little bit as you're out there with them, you try to connect with things that they already have knowledge about. and try to relate to something that they could imagine and have experienced already.
Right. Because that's the problem. Because people can't. Somebody today was like, "Is it like skiing?" And I was like, "No." I was like, It would be like skiing if you're on the mountain and then all of a sudden the snow does that.
Yeah, it would be like skiing through a gentle avalanche or something like that. You know, like
yeah, that's it.
Not an out of control avalanche, but just the floor is constantly shifting and moving.
Wow. Okay, I like that. The gentle avalanche approach.
Yeah, it's.
Well, here's the other analogy I use. Imagine learning something where you only can practice, most likely, once a day for 4 seconds.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You know, we're decently lucky. We have a decent amount of waves here, but the difference between, you know, as a kid growing up surfing here, as versus, you know, somewhere warmer waters and consistent waves, you know, Southern California, Hawaii,
Costa Rica.
You know, one of these new generations of kids like growing up in places like Indonesia.
Oh
where
my
now they've
God.
had surfing for a couple of decades in a row. So like,
Wow.
locals are really taking to it. You know, you can paddle out and you'll see multiple 12-year-olds doing, you know, aerials
and there's different. Some of these beaches have waves breaking here, waves breaking here,
Yeah.
waves breaking there.
Yeah.
There's 3 breaks all in one spot. Like,
yeah.
and I mean, the first time I went somewhere that had like nonstop quality A grade waves, I literally like got like goosebumps. I went to Nicaragua, and it took forever to get to the surf spot. It was like going to hell. And then I get there, and it was 3 to 4, 3 to 5, 10 days every day. Perfect.
Yeah, that's like a booster shot to your.
I walked up to the thing. I was like, "Oh my God!" It was just lines, just. I was like, "Wow."
That makes all the difference too. That makes all the difference.
More practice.
Yeah.
Here we have crappy days, and
overall, it's a hard wave too.
oh,
when
yeah.
it does get good here, it's very steep and fast. You know, it's a hollow beach break here, so
not easy on a longboard.
yeah, like if you're still learning, the learning curve can be steep here because then in the easy season in the summer, you're competing with I don't even know how many people at this point. There's so many.
Look at the comment. So Stuart Palm is the artist for the deck of cards. He just
Beautiful.
pointed out.
Oh, it's Aladdin.
There you go.
The Cave of Wonders is from Aladdin. That's right. I knew it was from something.
All right, so
I was scared of that when I was a kid.
the Cave of Wonders.
No, the very beginning of Aladdin. I saw it in movie theaters. I still remember this. And at first, Jafar's pretending to be like an old guy in the prison with Aladdin, and that's how he convinces him to go on the mission to get the lamp. And that would scare me. But then also, when he does get to the Cave of Wonders, as we now know, thanks Stuart, a big lion's head comes out of the sand and is like, whoa, and the mouth opens.
You know,
and
I've
that's how
never
it gets
seen
in.
Aladdin.
And it's super scary to me when I was a kid. I don't know. It freaked me out. Oh, dude, you should watch it.
I've never seen Aladdin.
That's a great movie.
I do know there's one little thing in there. There's a couple little hidden things in Aladdin.
Aladdin's great.
There's a can of seltzer if you want right there.
Oh, water's
Brand
good
new.
for me. Thank you.
I know there's a part in that where you hear someone go, it's in the background, and someone says like, teenagers, take off your clothes. I swear to God, look it up on YouTube. It's like one of those like disgruntled Disney workers threw it in. All right, how about this? The Cave of Wonderful Things.
So no copyrights here.
I ain't messing with Disney.
Mickey will come in here and
Count Mickey?
Take it all.
Yeah, Mickey's scary.
Yeah, you ever see like those demon Mickey animations?
Oh, I've seen him. He's terrifying.
You know, copyright infringement Mickey.
So what kind of funny thing, like, what people don't understand about surfing, the thing I like about it is it's not a rich guy sport. It's not a poor man's sport.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any, you literally only need a surfboard. And you can get them for cheap or free or rent them or borrow them.
And hopefully a pair of trunks on as well.
Yeah, you need swim trunks. The wetsuit in the summer is obviously not needed. Like, we surf all year, so you do need gear. But I gotta admit, surf gear, it's not that expensive.
It's not crazy
I mean,
to get by.
Yeah, to get by, it ain't crazy, and you can rent the stuff.
But it can all start adding up really quick when you start to get really invested in it.
Yeah.
Invested with your time and your energy and spirit, but also with your wallet. It'll happen.
But you're like me. You're not a gearhead.
I have been slowly getting a little worse the last year or two. You know, working at a surf shop has its perks.
Yeah, because you're getting hookups.
So it's, you know,
interesting.
Sometimes some reps still give some stuff out, which is nice, but it's very rare.
Yeah.
And then you get a good discount usually too. So it's
like,
easier to stack gear in
like
that situation. But I'm very lucky.
I don't have like a giant quiver of surfboards. I don't have like 50 million gloves and boots.
No, you don't need to have that. You know, and especially if you're going to be like a weekend warrior, quote unquote.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going to just be out in the warm months, you can just have a board, a really cheap suit, and then you got to buy a couple of bars of wax a year, and you're good.
That's it, man. And that's one of the things I like about it is how simple it is. There's not much to it. The other thing I like is the duality of adrenaline and zen. There's two things.
Yeah.
It's both. It's you have to like.
You got to get in the zone like Kobe or something.
You do. You get in this weird zone when you're sitting out there, especially on the bigger days.
When you're doing well, at least.
Yeah, when it starts to get a little bigger, and like when I'm out there when it's big, I'm trying to find the right spot to be in, the right wave to take, but you're also having to deal with everybody.
Yeah.
Which is
one of the disadvantages of being in the largest city in North America is there's a lot of people who have access to surfboards and are going to be out there with you in the water here in Rockaway.
Yeah, we get famous.
You don't always get space anymore.
You gotta be loud. And one of the other things in surfing that's interesting
or
is
surf loud.
People get aggro. They get wacky. They yell. They fight. Sometimes people deserve to be yelled at.
Yeah.
Sometimes. It's pretty intense because it is dangerous, and you've seen horrible things happen. I've seen it. I've gotten hurt. We've all had.
One of my friends almost got killed by some dude hitting him in the head when we were lifeguards.
Wow.
We were like, I don't know, probably 17.
Wow.
He ran down in like early morning to go surf the rocks a little bit quick before, we had to go sit. And then I hear all these case whistles going off, and I thought they were just drilling because it was early in the morning. It was probably like, 10 o'clock, 10:15.
Wow, I didn't know.
The beach was empty. It was a rainy day. But they weren't case whistles. They were all calling for the lieutenant to come to get an ambulance because when he was down there surfing, he went under a wave to duck dive, and he's a very good surfer, very, very good surfer. Duck dives, and some guy with a big, huge longboard and a huge fin just drove right into his head and then proceeded to just get back on his board and paddle away from him and just leave him there. And he was knocked unconscious under the water. Split his whole head open to his eye. He almost lost his eye. It was like crazy.
Oh my God.
Now you wouldn't even be able to tell. He actually was so lucky. His face looks completely normal. Nothing's wrong. But yeah.
I mean, it happens.
And that was before Rockaway was crowded like that.
Yeah, so that's why people get aggro. Like,
so you see, bad things can happen, and that's why some people freak out. But also, there's a lot of like what I would call sophomore surfers, like people who kind of think they know what they're doing. They get like this arrogance, and
I know people like this.
And then they'll start barking at other people in the water. And it's a sophomore. It's like being a sophomore in high school on like a football team. You're no longer the smallest guy, so now that you're one step up the totem, you're gonna pick on the other guy like a hard pecking order.
I see that with people that just learned how to pop up.
Yes.
Somebody that used to be around here a lot. I've seen them get. I'm like, wow.
I've seen some silly things like that.
It's like, but here's the thing. So my beef is if someone's consistently in the way or dropping in on you, or right, I'll be like, yo, hey, be careful because I don't want to hit you, right?
Yeah, that's how I approach it.
Yeah,
as well.
But then you'll get the and then you're like, all right, buddy.
Yeah. So I try to. Well, first off, I try to be as non-confrontational as possible, or just like be surfing to the level, hopefully most of the time, that most people will be like, oh, I'm not going to get in his way.
Well, you're giant. He rides longboards as if they're short boards. Like, that's what's crazy. You kind of he does the lip slap with the long, he's able to.
But yeah, a lot of times you run into some knuckleheads in the water. Like, the other day, I was just turning around to paddle and move in just a little bit, and I might have just been messing around on one of my teaching boards on the foam board or something. this guy was paddling inside of me, parallel to the shoreline. So, like, if you're going to move yourself up and down the beach and try to move to a different spot, normally you'd want to do that out past everyone, so you're not in anyone's path, and you're not
Right.
going to unexpectedly, like, you know, have a situation where potentially you could have a collision. You want to avoid that. But I turned and he was right there, and he was, you know, right in my space, so I just kind of stopped and backed up and let him paddle across me. And some dude with, like, you know, a nice wetsuit on and a nice board, and he was just like, fucking kook or some shit like that. And then he paddles all the way over to the jetty, and me and this dude I know, we're just start laughing, like, what is that guy's deal? You know, we're laughing at him. And then he proceeds to, you know, take 2 or 3 waves in a row, and I have the side view on him, and it's just nose diving. He can't even pop up. And he's gonna, like, try to start fights in the water with people, and, you know, curse at them and call them kooks, you know, which is a derogatory term.
It's pretty bad.
For, you know, it's just telling someone that they're, you know, they don't know what they're doing in surfing terms.
My favorite thing I've ever
Johnny
seen you
come
do
lately.
is there was a guy annoying everybody. He was annoying me. Actually, he annoyed me a week after your incident with him. I don't know where he's from. He's got an Eastern European vibe. Not sure where. Anyway, he made you mad for some reason. I don't remember what he did. He obviously dropped in on you. But you, instead of just, like, you know, yelling at him, you basically, I don't know how to even explain it. You hate cheered him on.
Yeah.
He was one of, there would be a wave coming. Like, oh my God, you would yell at him. You were like, there's a wave coming. Can he get it? Can he get it? No, because he sucks.
Yeah, he was really bad, man. He was dropping in on everyone, and
everyone.
And then it came to a point where he tried to drop in on me, and I was going right. I was like, you know, in a position where the wave was just way better to go right than to go left on it. It just made more sense to go right. And then he drops in down the line trying to go left on it, and is so hell-bent on trying to take the wave from me and just, like, assert his dominance or whatever he wanted to do, that he runs into my brother who's in front and can't move because he was moving out of my way.
That's right.
Because it should have been my wave, and then all of a sudden this crazy guy's purposely darting right at me to try and, like, be tough. So then he slams into my brother and almost hurts him, and then my brother's riding a brand new board, which is my boss's board, so it's like you're going to break a $1,000 thing or give my brother a $3,000 bill for his face or whatever.
Yeah, you gave
because you're an asshole.
Yeah.
So,
he did it to me. I mean, I was riding a wave, and he, literally, I swear to God, I'm going left, and all of a sudden, he's coming right at me. Same thing. He's coming right at me. Soon as I see him come, he's trying to, like, get out of the way at this point, and I literally just pushed him. Like, I went, ugh, and just pushed him off his board, and I kind of finished. And then he blamed me.
That's how
he was like, what are you doing? I was like, dude, I'm like
that
flying
guy.
left.
I hate that guy.
Yeah, we don't like him.
That
if you're
guy,
watching, get out. Go somewhere
I hate you, man. Yeah, that guy.
Uh-oh, someone got yelled at for so. I have a robot on here that when people swear, it, like, look at that. It's amazing, right?
What?
Sorry, Talon. I'm sorry, Talon. You got yelled at. The robot yelled at you. Look, Luke.
Should I not be cursing on
well,
the
yeah, it's fine. Luke said,
I
was out with Dillon one day. This is Surfer Luke, and he said, and a guy called him a trash head. It was hilarious.
Trash head.
I started calling you the Ranger when you started sporting the beard a bit, because I was like, all right, you look a little bit like Chuck Norris. And because you're so tall, he has this, like, surf stance. It looks like he's ready to karate chop somebody. It's like...
Yeah, when I like to get into that barrel.
Yeah, he's like the Cheater 5 look.
Yeah, you know, it does look a little karate. Sometimes I get that leg stretched
It's definitely karate. Yeah, surfing is one of those things that literally changed my life, because what happened was I did it. I popped up on my second day. That's the day I came back.
You had to work a little for it.
I came back the next day. The waves were a little better. And I was just whitewater surfing at this point.
Yeah, that's tough. So I learned on an open face, and that was the best thing. It was a small open face day, and that was easy.
Yeah.
The whitewater's so turbulent, so sometimes it can really be tough.
Yeah, I was doing that whitewater crap, and I honestly, I got it, but I realized how hard it was going to be, and it reminded me of learning some of those magic tricks I do. The ones with the cards and stuff. I was like, wow, this is going to be a while, but when I do it...
Yeah,
it's gonna be awesome.
I watch you do those things, and I could never ever have the patience to do that.
It's patience. It's stick to it.
But at the same time, I had the patience, and also the years now. It's been like 20 years of surfing.
It's a long time.
So it requires a lot of patience and dedication and time spent. Like you're not going to be able to do quick sleight of hand stuff. Even in week 1.
There's no way.
Months 1.
And here's the other thing.
Months. Yeah.
You can learn the sleight of hand technique and be a master at it, right? And then all of a sudden there's an audience of 100 people in front of you, and the entire thing is different. It's the same with surfing. Yes. You can learn and get really good, and then the next day the waves are better. Or different. They're harder.
Or you got to compete with a bunch more people.
Right. So all the conditions change. So what do? When I'm doing my card productions, every single time I do that trick, it's always different. Mm-hmm. My hands are different sweat. The cards are different condition. Yeah. I don't know how many cards I'm holding.
The nuances.
Everything's different. So you're just adapting. Isn't that what this is?
That's the essence of surfing. It's just, perpetual adaptation. And then in moments where you do have some good clarity, exerting your own will. Within the confines of what's allowable,
Interesting.
Because sometimes you have to, spend time resetting or getting back to a good position, and then other times the freedom to make a choice and attack or avoid or do something, whatever the options are available at that time.
I like that. I like that approach.
And that's the artistic part of it, is where, not only how you're, a big part is going to be your style, what you look like while you're doing things, obviously. That's important, but also the things you're choosing to do and the way you're connecting them. If you're having waves where you have the ability to do multiple turns or multiple tricks in a row and linking things together, that's when it becomes really artistic, because some people see way different paths in the waves.
That's it too. Yeah, like now, I mean, I've been doing it for like 10 years, so when I see the wave, you see your options. And there's not like... And you only have 1 second. Mm-hmm. So I'll see 3 options in 1 split second. I'll be like, I can do this, 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 or this. Mm-hmm. Like, you just know. Or I remember when I first learned how to decide left or right. Mm-hmm. Like, that was a big deal for me.
Yeah, it's not easy at first.
Not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy.
You're the guy that taught me certain days to be behind the peak a bit for power.
Yeah.
On the peak or a little behind.
Backdoor it.
Didn't know about that stuff,
That's, on weaker days, smaller days, you can do that a lot. Or on days where the tide is a little thick, but maybe the wave size is a little bigger. Then you're going to want to attack the wave like that as well, because, there's going to be a lot less force.
I remember.
And a lot less power on that wave. So you can get away with attacking a steeper part of it. And then sometimes it's necessary in order to get a better start to the wave, a lot more energy under your feet.
Wow, that's what it is. You need the energy to move the board out, through. I remember one day, it was a day of a lot of rights, and I remember every time I would go right, I literally felt like the board wasn't moving. Mm-hmm. I would be like, all right, I'm going right, and it was like, why am I not moving anywhere? It was weird, because left is right. I'm like, and you gave me an adjustment. You're like, move, when you pop up, you're so used to going left that your left foot is jacked a little bit off center.
Yeah.
Because you're naturally going that way. And it was literally a little bit of a mental adjustment of my foot and that whole put your front foot to commit to the wave. Mm-hmm. Like really get in it and push down a bit.
Yeah, hit the gas sometimes.
Hit the gas, look forward, and make sure your foot's a little. And dude, all of a sudden you're like, that! It just goes. You're like, whoa, I feel it moving.
And then when we changed that fin on your board too, that was great.
That was a big deal. I was able to turn faster.
Turned all over the place now.
Now I'm zipping around.
Like Mr. Magoo, like vroom, 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 vroom.
Dude, it's like it's one of the craziest drugs. I always tell people that the feeling that I had from surfing is you get to walk on water, and it feels like a magic trick of sorts.
Yeah, you're real, actual Jesus.
You really are. You turn into Jesus. And the other thing is, you can't, there's no steering wheel, there's no wheels, there's nothing. Mm. It's like, think left and go left.
Yeah, you have a device, but, it's completely manipulated by your body.
It's your whole...
And you're just harnessing energy that, started in the sun like a bajillion miles away.
Yeah, that's like exactly what... How about this one? Every wave, if you think about it, it's coming thousands of miles.
Yeah.
Just for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Any good wave at least is traveling a good distance. A nice, clean, big big, chunky, strong wave.
Oh, here we got some cool comments. So Stuart writes, Wednesday, the day of Odin, a day of power and foresight.
I like
All right,
that.
I'll take that. A little power on a Wednesday.
Anything with Thor or Odin, I'm into.
Talon says, Mother Ocean definitely will keep your ego in check.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to talk about tonight.
Definitely.
That's what I learned in surfing the most.
Yes.
Is as humbleness of A, Mother Nature, and A, my abilities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Those two.
I get humbled constantly.
Oh, hey, Alec. Hey, what's up, Alec? Howdy. And Stuart says, at least a year and a half ago, whenever it was that you were on the interview campaign, different heads of religious... Oh, yeah, Stuart. Oh, yeah, and Stuart's putting the link to the Kickstarter. Wow. Thank you, Stuart.
Yeah, drop some money in that Kickstarter, bro.
Yeah. Come on. Dude, it's moving along. We're going to do the coolest Kickstarter campaign ever. The ego thing with surfing, you look like a kook for a long time when you start surfing. You do. It's hard to not, you don't look pretty. You know, your surf stance is what the stink bug look. You look like a crazy...
either, completely stiff and tall,
or this one here, the squatty, the really...
You have your ass out, or you're like this. Or...
Yeah, it's a weird vibe, and then the wipeouts and you're not good for a long time, and you have to be humble to the guys that know what they're doing. You have to respect. You have to learn respect.
Yeah.
You have to learn. There's a hierarchy of who knows what's going on.
Yeah. Also, like, if I wanted to learn how to play a little better basketball, I'm not going to go to, like, the court at West 4th Street or the Rucker and start learning how to dribble in the middle of a full-court pickup
That's
game.
a great analogy.
Like,
on 4th Street.
I'm not going to...
You're like, all right, here I go.
And I don't think any of you would either. I know
No.
You probably get beat up, as you probably should. Not advocating violence for anyone, but...
Yeah, but you can't show
like,
up to those.
It's just some common sense things. Like, if you're newer to something, you wouldn't want to go right up to where people are doing something at a high level and try to get involved in that. That doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
You want to give yourself a little space from what they're doing because there's so much space in your ability,
Yeah, really. And the other one, too, is knowing your limitations.
Yeah, you don't want to, you have to push yourself to grow with anything. You have to leave a comfort zone.
Yeah.
But in a reasonable amount because, the ocean is very powerful, and this happens all the time. People will come and try to rent, like, a soft board.
Someone rented
from
one
the
of
surf
mine
shop.
In the COVID time, and they went out and they returned with it broken in 2 pieces. You know the guy, I think.
But yeah, we'll have people turn up on like a hurricane surf day, or some days that are like, I wouldn't even paddle out just because it's not worth it. Maybe it's like 8 to 10 foot, but like howling sideways, 35-mile-an-hour winds. And people will come like, I'm trying to rent a 9-foot foam board.
Oh
and
my God.
You need to understand what situation you're trying to put yourself. Like, I'm sorry, I can't rent you a board today. But also here's why.
Do you really do that? Do you tell them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just going to ask you, what's the vibe when it's like a 10-foot day and there's like some dummy in there?
If it's like a day where, we're going to just make some money and people are probably just going to get humbled and come right out, whatever. But if it's a day where there's an extra level of danger in the water, especially when winds are getting high and, the current's pulling sideways, it's just going to pull people into the jetty and the rocks all day. I'm not going to rent boards to people. I
mean, we've had people... What happened this summer? There's always
There's always a lot of mistakes out there.
Stuart wrote, he's not that tall. Cardone is just a little person. Well, first of all, Stuart Palm. How tall are you, Stuart? I think Stuart's your size. I think he is.
He's not that little, guys.
I'm like 5'7".
I'm like the very end range of normal big people. Like, once you get above me, then you're like really big. Like, you can't buy shoes.
But you have trouble in airplanes, probably.
I have trouble in most anything. Like in high school,
like
I couldn't fit in the desk.
Your legs are like long, so when you're sitting in an airplane, God.
I don't fit in cars. All the counters are like lower than they should be for people our size. I can't imagine what it's like to be like an NBA dude.
It's harder to surf too because your center of gravity is not as low.
Yeah. It definitely works against me.
Yeah,
and I'm really lanky. I'm very skinny and lanky. So
yeah, you're not the typical surfer.
Yeah,
but his style, I gotta say, he has grace and style. When he's on the wave, it's like
Yeah, when my knee feels all right, I can do okay.
Oh yeah, you do have
sometimes.
knee trouble.
When my knee gets really swollen.
Did you ever get surfer shoulder?
Well, this shoulder's not in the right spot either. But my
Okay.
shoulders are just so strong from so many years of surfing and swimming.
Yeah, I've had the surfer shoulder, man. It sucks.
Sometimes it gets really bad.
Ooh,
And, a lot
it's
of
like
it
a
too
needle.
is sleeping on my side. It'll mess with the shoulders a
Ooh.
little bit.
I need to get out. I think next
You gotta-
Tuesday
you
we
gotta-
get waves.
You gotta always be paddling with the elbows up there. You
Oh
gotta
yeah,
give
yeah.
your
That's
shoulder
it.
a
That's
break.
it. That's the relaxed trick.
Yeah, you can't be like,
Yeah, there's the clomp.
if you're
Clomp.
doing this, you're putting all that in your
Cat's attacking me.
your shoulders going down.
The one that I always learned.
They tend to do that. Perch on a high place and then just.
Yeah, that's a bobcat. I learned a trick when you're paddling. Instead of going straight in, you go a little under the board a bit. It's a little bit of an angle.
You could do that, a little sculling.
Yeah, it's a little in.
Like you can come in and then you can come out and then you can come back.
Bam, 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 bam. Wow, now I want to get
Those
in
are
the
like
water.
for big lanky ones,
I think we don't get waves till next Monday.
Yeah, it looks like maybe this weekend we get size, but crap wind.
Oh, he's 6'6", and he lives in Asia, so it makes him stand out even more. I'm sure. I've been to Japan where there's like a 6'6" dude on the street, and it's hilarious. Yeah, you're clearly taller than everybody. Yeah, Stuart's in Hong Kong. I know Stuart from New York City. We met in Magic Shop, and I've been good friends with him ever since.
Yeah, I'm only 6'5", Stuart. You're taller than me.
Talon's asking, I wonder what Ranger rides. Short board and what size do you like? What size do you
I
ride?
have a bunch of different boards, but mainly I'm riding mid-lengths, long boards. My short board right now is a 6'6", so.
It's a big short board.
But I love bigger boards. I love a lot of volume. I love getting in early. I love trying to turn a big board really hard. It's fun.
I like it too.
Single fin as well. I love single fin.
And you know what I like about longboarding? Even on the little bit bigger days here, when it starts to get a little bigger, it is harder to get out. That's the problem. But I get first dibs sometimes because I get to sit out farther.
Yeah, you get to sit out further.
Yeah, I get to like sit out a little farther out and pick my wave a little bit more selectively.
And when you have good paddle condition and good ability to predict, you can make a lot of ground down the beach.
I'm getting better at
You
that.
can get sets that are what you would think is way out of reach. Because sometimes I surprise myself. Like I'll see something that looks like it's like 200 yards away, laterally down the beach, and I'll close in on it so fast. I'll be like, "What? I didn't even like. I don't know. I was just hoping I would get close to it, and I'll get right to it sometimes."
My favorite moments of glory here is whatever normal day. The sets are coming. Maybe they're not as many, and you're sitting and you're watching. And I'll see, if I'm near the rocks, I'll see way down here one coming, right? And I'll just do the whole like, go over here now, and no one else sees this.
Yeah, they're all waiting.
They're all waiting, and because I'm way out, because I got a longboard, and then I'll just do the turnaround, cork it a bit, and
not a lot. Not a lot of people are good at just watching the horizon.
That's it. Yeah.
I don't know if they're just easily distracted or they can't see the small nuances. If it's like an eye thing,
can be
or
very
a lack of strategy thing. But
oh my God, Stuart just said people secretly stand next to me and take pictures.
They probably think you're like some kind of super uber famous athlete.
Well,
I don't know what you look like per se, but
You
just
might.
because you're 6'6", they probably think you're like
Basketball star.
like Michael Jordan's brother or
Wow.
something.
I got in Asia. I've had it happen in Asia, and I had it happen at Coney Island by Japanese people. People come up to me to take a picture. Take a guess why?
Because you're tattooed
Nope,
up? Or
nope.
what?
They think I'm somebody famous. Take a guess who? You'll never get. You won't guess. Maybe the hat, especially. I think if I have this hat on, I look more. The hat, the mustache, the metal teeth.
Who?
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh,
Johnny
really?
Depp.
They really do think?
Yeah,
I was gonna say
I've had
that,
people come up and go,
but I didn't want to feel dumb.
"Are you a Johnny Depp?" I'm like, no.
You should say yes or no.
Well, I've done it where I take a picture and don't say anything.
You should
I'm like,
you should get like a 10-second little bite of the Pirates of the Caribbean music, and whenever people ask that, then you should just act really drunk and a little gay, like how he does.
Oh yeah, he's a little. Yeah. That's
know?
funny. I'm always like, wow. I
That
don't
character
really
is
look like
great.
him.
I love that character.
He's like a little drunk and a little fey.
There's like 40 movies, but that first movie was
The first one's great.
Super fun. Yeah.
The second one, I saw it at the movie theaters, and this is what I remember. You've double-crossed me. No, you've double-crossed me. I didn't. I don't remember anything except for that. I was like, I don't know who's
was
the
the
good
second
guy anymore.
one with the guy with the.
Maybe I forgot already.
Octopus
I don't
kind of
even
captain
remember.
guy.
Can't even remember.
From Davy Jones' locker.
Oh man, people are probably wanting to see who wins this contest. So let's do the contest.
All right, let's do it.
So here's what it is. I'm gonna
How are
have
you
him
gonna do
pick the
this?
color of the dice that goes first.
All right.
So here was the problem. I have a list here. It's
Stuart says
It's-
he doesn't have an athletic vibe. Then you're just famous. You're a movie star then to them.
yeah, you might be that guy because he does have nice facial hair. Yeah, he might look like a movie actor. He probably does. That's probably what it is. So
All right,
we
let's
had
do this.
a weird number. So with Dungeons, I play games. I have dice everywhere here, right? We have every shape and size of dice. I can figure out pretty much what needs to be rolled with a dice, no matter what. Like that's a 30-sided dice.
Jeez. All right.
Yeah, that's a 30-side. This is a 20. This is like the most classic Dungeons and Dragons, right? But then, the one that I use for weird numbers, if you don't know what to do, 10-sided dice.
Uh-oh.
Now you can get a percentage.
Like a little Draco almost.
Yeah, that's if you rolled that and it was first 54, right?
Roger.
2 zeros is 100.
Okay.
A 0-1 is a 1.
Okay.
That's how they work. So I've got 42 here. A list of 42. Everybody that did the double post, meaning they tagged and they did the story, you're on here twice.
Look at that.
Okay?
Getting rewarded.
So we might have to roll the dice a few times because if he rolls above the numbers, I'm going to roll. You choose the number. I'm going to do it again. So there might be a few rolls, or we get it in the first try. I don't know. It's a percentage dice.
We'll see how it goes
And
down.
whoever wins, I'm going to read the name, and then I'm going to find you and PM you via the Instagrams, because that's where it all took place. And the winner is going to receive in the mail, Stuart, am I wrong about this? Sooner than later, meaning in the next month, you most likely will get the shirt, like immediately. Because the art's done, and we just have to get it to the printer, and whoop, right to you. The cards you ain't going to get, because they didn't get made yet. But I do have a good feeling about this. We said the cards are done by October. Most Kickstarters, you do a year. It's like one full year to complete it. Ours are going to be done a lot earlier. I'm pretty sure, and I think Stuart would agree. From the vibe I'm getting and how fast we're working, it's already been a month, and we have about half the cards done. So once they're done, another month of this, that, and then the printing, and it's going to go quick. Then that person will also get the cards. If the person's already in the package and he's already getting stuff, you're just going to get, if you want one deck, now you're getting 2. Okay? It's very simple. Anything else to say, Stuart? Oh yeah, shirt soon, cards within, yeah. Anything else?
Shirt soon, cards within 20.
Someone just wrote, just Guaylo Giant. I think Guaylo means white guy. I've heard in mainland China in the old days, if you were Guaylo, they would come up to you and look at the hair in your arms. They would be like, wow. Because they're
we're
not
hairier?
They're not, yeah, we're hairy.
Just
like,
a
whoa.
Guaylo giant over here.
I one day I'm going to tell my stories about going to Japan with tattoos because even modern times, there's weird stuff over there with tattoos. I don't know if Hong Kong has tattoo stuff.
Are the rough guys, is there any edgy guys all tatted up there?
Well, it's considered mafia.
Yeah.
And
So
if
only gangsters. have-
only gangsters, and if you're a white guy with them, I think they think you're sleazy, which is what it used to be here until recently.
Yeah. Now I'm sleazy because I don't have any.
You are the weirdo now. I'm the normal. You're the weirdo.
What am I doing?
I don't know. You don't need any tattoos. God, you'd look weird with a tattoo. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I know. All right.
It just doesn't-
I'll just keep it clean, guys.
Yeah, it's just one of those.
So what am I? I'm picking a color.
So
pink
all
or
right. So
blue.
here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna pick pink or whatever blue color that is.
Okay.
Which one goes first? You have any vibing on one?
I was gonna say pink, but you lingered on that word, so now I'm gonna say blue.
Ah, blue first.
Yeah.
All right, folks.
Exercising some free will there.
Oh, here we go. More people with tats here. Not a big deal. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch to the hand cam right now. The Cave of... What did I rename it? I gave it a new name. The Cave of what secrets?
There's something wonderful.
The Cave of Wonderful Things.
Wonderful things.
The Cave of Wonderful Things has run out of smoke. And I'm now shaking the dice, and I'm going to roll it. And if the blue dice is higher than a 40, if it's a 5, we're going to be re-rolling. So, folks, at 8:57, what's today's date? It's
I believe it's the 9th.
It's December 9th.
December 9th.
This is for the first contest we're doing for the Satanic Playing Cards. Here we go. And I just rolled number 9. Oh my God! Do you know what the most satanic number is in the number system?
All Hollywood movies tell me that 666 or 333 or.
No,
But
it's
I'm
actually
guessing
this.
I'm guessing it's 9 though.
Number 9. What's 9 times 2?
18.
8 plus 1?
9.
See?
Uh-oh.
What's 9 times?
Oh.
What's 9 times 7?
I don't even. what is it?
63.
Oh God.
What's 6 plus 3?
9.
Aha! All right, here we go. All right, look.
I need a marble notebook to do multiplication.
I'm gonna do it
tables.
now. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I love the guy's name who won. It makes sense for out here. I don't know where this guy
so
lives.
New York.
It sounds very New York.
So New York.
The guy's name is
Vinny Boombats.
Vinny Boombats, huh? So if your name's Vinny Boombats, you got a nice T-shirt, huh?
Vinny.
And a deck of cards. Vinny Boombats, you're gonna get an email. Are you from Howard Beach?
Yeah, right. That's what I would imagine.
Right that way, across the bridge, that way.
Not that away.
Wait, where are? Oh yeah, that way. There we go.
This way.
That way across the bridge, we have Howard Beach, which is was home.
The Gambino fence.
It was John Gotti's house is right over there. The family still has the house.
The Gambino crime family.
They still have. I think John Gotti's grandson owns. He's in the house.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, and
along with a lot of other.
Ozone Park still has the restaurant. And it also has the Bergen Hunt and Fish Club, which I don't think is anything now. But if you go there, they let you see the toilet because there's a gold toilet. Wow, Vinny Boombats, congratulations, Vinny. Somebody wrote Vinny Goombats. I think he wrote Boom.
It's Boom.
Boom, bada bing, bada boom.
I'm Vinny Boombats over here. Don't you disrespect me?
You just want a cool T-shirt, brother, and a cool pack of cards. And the next contest is Friday. Next contest, they win their likeness on the cards.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah. We're selling one of those.
Become like,
it's $1,000 if somebody wants on the king.
A suit or?
No, here's what it is. Well, we're not sure yet. The first, if you pay for the package, it's $1,000. You're either
like
going to be
10 of Adams, or
you're going to be either a jack or a queen if you want the chick.
nice.
Oh yeah. One of the demons is going to be someone's face. This contest, we're not sure yet. It might be something different. It might be something weird. We're working on that now.
It's cool.
One of the things we're doing to the deck is it's coming with 3 cards extra just for throwing 3-card Monty. You know, so it'll be like a devil money card that you have to find, and 2 of the confusing cards to mix in. Yeah. And we're now working on that. I don't know. We're gonna chat more on what those are.
Bring back the old New York where you just
That's
got Monty going everywhere on the street corners.
Satanic Monty.
Yeah. Well, it'd be very apt for our.
It's perfect.
Crumbling world.
Yeah. And look, Vinny Boombots, I don't know if you're watching, but you're getting this T-shirt, those cards. Look at this shirt. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And look at these cards. You've got to be kidding me. All right, folks.
Oh, those look great.
Look at that. The box is going to have pink foil. So that'll be shiny pink foil.
Oh, that's
yeah,
beautiful.
It's going to be beautiful. The cards, here, I'm going to show you something cool. I'm going to put the camera on here. I'm going to show you, because you've never seen these. I'm curious of what you think. So Stuart Palm, who's in here, hi Stuart. Hi Stuart. He designed and created this pack, which is why I was like, dude, what are we doing here? Dude, look at these.
This is great.
Look at that. Look, open that up and just look at this.
I mean, nice.
Folks, whoever's getting the Satanic Playing Cards, it's going to be this quality and better.
These are beautiful.
Look at the backs. Look at that.
These are amazing.
Yeah, they're like really
good job, Stuart.
Yeah, they're beautiful. So when
I
saw
I'm
those,
stingy. Should I show the camera? Should they know?
They've seen them. I show them all the time.
You guys have seen these.
You've seen them. I'm always whipping them. It's so hard to see in real life. Like The thing I like.
They're so intricate and beautifully done. Yeah.
Now
nice.
those kind of cards. See those tally hos?
Yeah.
Standard. Look, but take one out. It's very different actually. Look at the white. Can you see the linen finish?
Yeah.
It's air cushion. It's like a linen finish. These are actually smooth. These are different. It's a different style. Yeah.
I can actually, I could feel that texture.
You feel that?
More. I feel like almost like this is like the magic version, or the the casino version of the.
Well, these are
in American Psycho, where they're comparing business cards.
Oh yeah, they're like, hey, let me see your card.
Yeah,
I remember that. These are.
But these are like, this is the one he would have gotten upset over. He would have been jealous of these cards.
I mean, dude, look at this. I mean, this is like, they just feel nice. And I keep telling people, they feel new, and I've had these for a long time. Stuart sent these to me about a year ago or something, and I've been really playing with them a lot just because of this project, and they just feel buttery. They've got a perfect vibe. So, guys, we're very excited to do this project. What time is it? Dude, I'm going to get out of here. We got stuff to do. We're gonna go do push-ups so we can keep our arms in shape for next week.
That's what we do every night. We go on the front porch, we do push-ups.
We really do have it lucky here. We live on the beach. We get to surf whenever the heck we want. It's a lifestyle that I can't imagine not having. I can't imagine being away from the ocean for any length of time. When I go to Pennsylvania, I feel like I'm underwater now.
I like the mountains, but it's really weird. It's uneasy feeling for me to be in an area where there's endless land, per se, where there's land to the horizon in all directions.
Yeah,
feels very strange.
I agree. I like that right over here, there's a void.
Yes.
So when we go to bed at night,
you can see the end of the earth.
We're at the end, and there's nothing there, and I swear to God, I have this feeling of the noise is canceled. It feels like noise-canceling headphones.
You feel the void. It's a comforting void. It's not like a existential crisis void where you feel like Cthulhu's on the. This is a nice void where you're just, especially when you live in the concrete jungle where there's so much going on one side.
One thing I forgot to mention that I get asked a lot, and I'm sure you do too. Two things. A, everybody assumes when we winter surf that we're freezing cold.
You're not.
You're not. You're usually sweating.
Well, yeah, sometimes you are.
Well, if you stay in for 2 hours
or you get roughed up real bad and get pushed under and get flushed or something.
But most of the time you're sweating. Yeah. I'm sweating.
If you spend good money, you're sweating.
You're sweating, and if you're surfing and you got a good suit. The other question I get asked a lot, and I know you do too, and I forgot about it because we don't really care, are the sharks. And I think Alec Arbor in here mentioned, he mentioned the sharks earlier. Tell him about our sharks. Sharks. Tell him though.
Not very often. I've seen.
Oh, they're there.
I've seen dolphins a lot.
Yeah, all the time.
I've seen a bunch of whales. I've seen
whales.
Whales just a week or two ago.
They're always
humpback whales.
Stingrays.
Breaching, I've seen, you see those guys all the time. I've seen sharks just a couple of times.
I've seen them.
But they're here.
Oh, they're here.
You could see thresher shark. You could see great white shark. You could see bull shark. You could see a few different kinds.
I have many times.
And sand sharks. Tons of sand sharks.
Have you had this happen?
The ones with no teeth.
You're sitting in the water.
That's what you're most likely to see is a shark with
no teeth. Have you had this where you're sitting in the water, your legs are dangling, and you feel this?
Boom. A little slap.
I've felt that. You're like, whoa, something big just hit me.
Yeah, that's not a good feeling.
No. How about Lois and Scott? Remember their story?
I don't remember. They got bumped or chased.
They were paddleboarding right here. They were right out here, paddleboarding, and all of a sudden, a great white breached right in front of them, like right there. They were like,
"Oh, I do remember." Oh my God, I forgot about that.
They went right in, straight to their cameras, and made videos. Like, "Oh my God, we saw its teeth. We saw." I was like, "Oh."
I'd be shook too, though.
So here's one more story that I think
I get like that over a whale, and I know it's not going to try and eat me.
Yeah, well, the whales are
but not in a
massive.
Scared way. Like I get that like kind of excitement though, where you're just like, I just saw something that shouldn't be possible.
Dude, the first time I saw a whale out here while I was in the water, I was sitting on the board, and I looked at the shore, and I saw people running down with cameras, and I'm like, why are they coming? And then I went like that. I was like, oh my God, it's a whale.
Yeah, they're.
Oh, the other one we don't see much, but I have, and I miss the guy. Are the seals? Every now and then there's a seal that shows up.
I haven't seen a ton, but I've seen them a couple of times, and they're funny.
They're like a little dog.
sometimes they look like a little human out there.
Yeah.
And the way they pop up, and they
They're
look
just
like a dude in a wetsuit just chilling, looking at you. But they're like ocean dogs. They're really funny.
They're really funny. There was one winter here. Maybe it was like 4 or 5 years ago. There was one that was here a lot.
Yeah.
I'd always see him pop up and go away, and I'd be like, "Oh, hey, buddy."
And then people go nuts when they go and lay up on the beach. They do it a lot here in the off season.
Yeah.
Nancy, actually, Nancy's Beach.
Oh yeah, great photographer.
She takes a lot of local pictures. She's been catching this one seal on the sandbar in the middle of Jamaica Bay.
Oh yeah.
From her apartment balcony. She just with a big lens.
Wow.
So like when the tide gets low, there's like a little island forms in the bay, and usually it's just a bunch of seagulls chilling on it. But this one seal had been there like all summer.
Wow, I love it.
Like every morning he was just chilling, basking on that thing. It was funny. She got a lot of great pictures of it.
We also have. They never knew where great whites bred. They didn't know where their breeding grounds were, and now they know it's Long Island.
Yeah, the biggest great white ever caught with a fishing rod was caught in Montauk.
That's right. That's right down the road.
They used to do all the big fishing competitions in Long Island.
I think that's what they modeled Jaws kind of after.
Yeah, it was supposed to have some Montauk vibes mixed with the lore from the real Jaws from New Jersey.
Oh, the real one. That's
like
right.
1900s.
Yeah, what was that? It was a shark that killed a bunch of people. They think
it was probably a bull shark that just went a little AWOL.
Yeah, that happens. There was also a bull shark that swam up the Mississippi, supposedly, too.
I've heard of that. They found him like 2/3 of the way up. He was on his way to Chicago.
And in Nicaragua, Lake Nicaragua has freshwater sharks now.
Spooky.
They got in there thousands of years ago somehow, and the brackish waters, slowly they adapted.
That's spooky.
I know. The thing about sharks, I don't ever think about it out there. And if I do, it doesn't scare me ever. The only time, there's been a couple times. Once, so one day, have you ever gotten called in? I have. I've been out there where they start beeping and they're making everybody get out of the water.
That's like a new development. They use this,
It's kind of silly because 9 times out of 10, no one even saw a shark. So I got out
Probably a dolphin.
I got out, went home. The waves were great. Didn't even know there was a shark. And I called Sean Pierce and said, "Yeah, the waves are good. Go surf." He shows up, walks out, and sees no one surfing. So he looks around. He goes right in. He's in there waiting. All of a sudden, he sees everybody starting to get in, and like they're high-fiving. And he's like, they come out
He
in
was
the
like
break.
the hero.
Well, they were like, he's like, "What's going on?" And they're like, "You're the first one in after the shark call." And he was like, "Oh, okay."
He like broke the seal. They were like,
He broke the seal.
"We have our hero, people."
Yeah, the 6'7" dude.
this giant
6'8" guy.
He looks like a fucking giant Viking. It's just like boom, boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, with tats
Yeah.
and a crazy haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, a seal, that is, although great whites. Yeah, well, they eat seals.
That's why I kind of don't mind only seeing a few seals a year, because when they really start showing up, the great whites will follow.
And we look the same.
Sometimes I look like a seal when I'm in the water.
Yeah.
I body surf a lot too, and like I'll fuck around just swimming around in my wetsuit in the break, and
yeah,
I move pretty efficiently in the water for a human,
which is a seal.
And it's nowhere near as good as a seal or a dolphin, but my movements look more like one of theirs than it does look like probably one of your guys when you're swimming around.
And don't they just come up and bite you once to see what you are and then leave you for a second? Yeah.
And that's enough to just, we don't got any blubber on our bodies.
I think their width of some of the larger ones' jaws are like that.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Even a small shark, it's enough to bite a chunk out of your calf. And
yeah. I've seen once in my life, I've been sitting out there and 50 yards out, you see this. It's this motion that bugs you out. It's that side to side thing.
It's much more. It looks.
Yeah, it's not like
I
a
don't
dolphin.
know. It's just so much more lateral instead of up and down.
Yeah,
and it's just
like, and then it just goes.
There's a deep instinct thing where, like, you as a top line predator, you know which things like instantly are supposed to scare you and not, like just from evolution. And, a dolphin, I don't get any kind of raise of fear, but as soon as the motion of a shark, you just know. It's just instantly. You're like, that one's different. That's a shark.
Exactly.
Even it's a triangular fin. It's not a curved fin.
It's different.
There's different things that, like, if you can observe, but...
Although, if you have this, you're out there, there's dolphins. Sometimes they're, like, 40 yards, 30 yards. But I've had a couple times where they're like right there.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see this giant gray thing go. And
Yeah.
you're like,
That
oh,
could
it's a
scare you.
dolphin.
Yeah, dolphins, especially we have porpoises, which are a little like thicker and more muscular than like flipper, like a bottlenose dolphin.
They're big.
So they're like, if they just hit into you by accident, it's like, you know,
It's like getting hit with a surfboard.
yeah, it's like getting hit with, you know, a piece of concrete.
Yeah, they're giant animals. Look what Stuart said. You'll like this. Nobody who watches this is going to go surfing there now.
There's like no sharks here though. I've seen like 2 sharks, 3 sharks in my own eyes in 20 years. I could see 3 dolphins in 4 seconds here.
4 seconds, like
You
every
know,
day almost.
Sometimes I'll see a group of 100 dolphins parade by for 20, 30 minutes straight.
Yeah.
So Stuart, I might have scared someone away, but whatever. The water's very crowded already.
How about the guys?
You probably won't get eaten because there's so many other people out there. You just got to swim faster than the slowest person.
How about the guys fishing, right? So they fish right off the jetty.
Yeah.
And sometimes I've been out there once where they'll be like, "There's big fish out here," because we can't see them.
Yeah.
Because we're in the water
But
and they're
get
looking
the
out.
view. They
Yeah.
have the sun piercing the water from them.
I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
And I'm like, stop fishing near me then. How about that?
Where's a good south place to go surfing? This person here is asking. They live in the mountains. They would like to surf.
The southeast, like the East Coast.
Well, Florida has Cocoa Beach and
like
all those
Florida
places.
is okay. You know, you either
Carolinas too.
You gotta be kind of up north, but the Carolinas. I
Here's-
think Folly Beach in South Carolina, you have a good chance to surf.
How about Gulf of Mexico tanker surfing?
Yeah, why don't you go surf one of the super tankers?
The
No,
tanker
I think
boats.
there's a poison hazard with that, with like
I'm
gas and all kinds
sure.
of, you're probably just sucking in oil.
Yeah, these crazy surfers. I guess they take jet skis out or something.
But who is that? I'd recommend the Outer Banks, North Carolina,
Clarinch.
or Foley Beach, South Carolina. The Carolinas are great.
Yeah, Outer Banks. I think Talon lives in North Carolina and surfs there. Yeah.
Yeah, Outer Banks are great.
Okay, you can surf in fresh water. I had a magic show in Sheboygan 3-4 years ago, and I remember it was called Midwest Malibu.
They surf the Great Lakes a lot now.
They do. I can't imagine what that feels like. Brady's done it.
That's where you see all those like pictures of guys with like icicle beards, and that's why everyone thinks winter surfing is like exploring the North Pole or something.
Yeah.
But that's usually those pictures are from guys surfing the Great Lakes.
Yeah, I was there, and you know what I heard though? When they get a swell, it's like you have 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It's a short window.
It's a short window usually of like the wave being there and the wind being decent enough, because usually you're only surfing during like some kind of major squall or storm.
Yeah, I honestly can't imagine. And the water's not as buoyant. That's got to do something.
It's fresh water. It's not as buoyant.
It's got to be weird.
And then it freezes quicker. That's why their icicle beards get so
right.
crazy.
The freezing
too.
point's different.
It's 32 degrees
that's
instead
it.
of
That's why.
whatever salt is, like 28 or something.
Yeah, William Nemeth, who said he hasn't been to the beach, but he's been to the Great Lakes in the mid Detroit. Yeah, I wish I could say you. Well, the ocean surfing. Yeah, I mean, is nothing like it.
I don't know about Lake Erie. What's the big one? Michigan or Superior. I think those are the ones you can really surf.
Yeah.
I don't think Erie has enough space, or maybe you can. Maybe I'm wrong.
Certain storms.
But I think you got to go for the bigger lakes.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine. Screw sharks. Them guys got to dodge ice chunks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You got a point there. I might want to
Ooh.
deal with a shark that's probably disinterested in me than a.
I don't like
than an
reef
iceberg.
surfing.
The iceberg took down the Titanic. Did sharks do that?
No,
You know.
not at all. Do you like reef surfing? Because I don't like that stuff, man. It freaks me out.
Why not if the wave's good enough?
When it's
you know.
4 feet deep or 3 feet deep and there's sea urchins everywhere, it's scary.
Yeah, just don't jump feet first.
It's terrifying though. You ride
Or
the
head
wave
first.
and you're like, all right, I gotta be done now, and it's 3 feet deep here.
Yeah.
When you're watching people ride big waves, people don't know this, and I didn't know this until I started surfing. Sometimes it's really shallow.
Yeah, like if you're watching
Like
them do
this.
like Pipeline or something like
Oh
that.
my god.
Like that's
It's shallow.
They're surfing like 16-foot waves in water that's very shallow and
Very
very
shallow.
jagged and misshapen.
And you can
reef
see it on the
underneath.
ground. I've been like in Nika, you're riding a wave and you look down and you can clearly see how shallow it is. It's like terrifying.
Yeah, you're getting the overhead view of like a spaceship landing on a planet. Like you're seeing little mountains.
Yeah, you see little craters and plants, and it's exactly what it is. It's like a landscape. We could literally talk about surfing for 4 hours.
Yeah, I know.
We could just go. I mean,
it's usually how it goes on the front porch.
That's what we do. We sit in the front porch and talk about surfing, and then we go surf, and then we come back, and guess what we talk about more?
Yeah,
a little more surfing.
Or bullshit about whatever.
We do. We do a lot of philosophizing in the water. When the waves are bad, we say. Someone told me if you go to a beach break that has like pro level waves all the time, the community isn't as good. People are a little more like in their own little pockets. Where when the waves aren't as good, like here we have pockets of good waves and then we have bad waves and flat spells.
Mm-hmm.
We get to bond more over it because we don't have it it's not all the time.
Yeah.
So I think we do get to like really look at the spiritual aspect of it all. Which to me, which is what I want to end the show on, is all of these things come together for this one simple thing that we do.
Yeah.
And it makes us better people for so many reasons, I can't even begin to count them. I mean, it's kind of hard to believe.
Yeah, you learn a lot.
The exercise part is off the charts. The mind game that you play with yourself, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of it. It's like you against yourself.
Whether it's, being confident in your own abilities, being confident with other people in your space,
Yeah.
Being confident in bigger waves or something like that.
That's what I'm always fighting. Like when it gets big, it's a brain challenge.
That's or if it's winter and it happens to be one of those days that is super cold and super windy
and super big waves,
and you're just trying to convince yourself that you're comfortable when you're not.
Yep, I've had that.
Like I guess the Hoff guy or whatever, that'd be come in handy.
How about when the snow's this deep? It's snowing out this deep, and you're like getting through the snow with your surfboard.
Yeah, sometimes that's. I hope we get a nice snowstorm just to mess around.
We haven't had one in a while now.
Yeah, the last really big snowstorm I remember, I'm pretty sure that's when a few of us went over and we surfed in Coney Island.
Oh, yeah. The last snowstorm I surfed in was probably 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, it was a few years ago.
Megumi was out there, I remember. And
She's
it was
tough.
Massive, big, couldn't see anything, 4 foot of snow. I was like, wow. I paddled out. I'm sitting out there just like, oh, God, I got to ride just one good one. I'll be happy.
I don't know. Brady will stay out all day on days like that.
He
I don't
likes
know how
it.
he does that. He's nuts.
He came in and was like, that was fun. And I was like, oh, dude. I've also had hypothermia a couple times out there where you're like, my lips are blue and I'm talking funny.
Yeah, I used to get that bad when I was a kid.
All right, William said, here we go. Let's move this. Nice show tonight. Had fun. Yes, thank you, William. William's a big supporter. He's been watching these and helping out since day one. And he's been spreading the news. Thank you, William. Really, it's been a lot of great help.
William.
Stuart, after this is over, we're probably going to have a phone meeting quick. And we're working on the next contest, which I'm going to throw out right now. Friday morning, go look at my Instagram, Cardone Magic. We're going to post another contest, and it's going to be a good one. It's going to be your likeness somewhere in the deck. But you're going to have to do a little more than just tag 2 friends. It's going to be tag 2 friends and one more thing, and I'm not sure what it is yet. We're doing the science on it right now. And I'm going to be back here on Friday with a show. And the tentative plan right now, unless I have this other thing I might do. The show is going to be called Tarantino Sucks. It's my treatise on how much I don't like Quentin Tarantino, and I know I'm going to ruffle some feathers. People don't like it when I bring that up. It's kind of funny.
I like his movies.
See, there you go. See, he's a liker. I'm a hater.
It didn't make me angry, though. It just made me laugh.
You laugh, right? Yeah.
I could see people getting upset about
it. Oh, yeah, and I really don't like him. I hate the guy's movies. I like Dusk Till Dawn. I'm going to be honest. I do. Thank you, Stuart. Stuart's doing a fantastic job. He is, for me, one of the easiest guys to work with. We're on the same page. I was telling him the other night, if I have an idea and he shoots some holes in it, and he has an idea and I shoot some holes in it, we're like, yeah, good, thank you.
That's healthy.
That is really healthy. It's hard to find people that you can work like that with, and he's one of them. Stuart, you can't see it, ladies and gentlemen, but he painted that. That was my first magic poster. That's how I met him. I was like, dude, you're an artist and a magician? Let's do a magic poster.
That's a sick poster.
Yeah, dude, look at that. Yeah, and then I had prints, and I would sell the prints in my shows, and that was the first one.
Good job, Stuart.
Yeah,
Stuart, you've been killing it since day one.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. See, look, Palm loves Tarantino too.
Yeah, right. I don't.
Oh, you're gonna love
okay.
it. And here's my redeeming thing I'm gonna do in the show is I'm not just gonna crap all over him and his movies. I'm gonna tell you why and what I like. You know what I think.
What's his worst movie?
The new one.
The Hateful Eight.
No, the Hollywood.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh my! Nothing happened. I mean, I swear to God, half the movie is people driving around smoking. I swear to God, I might watch it again and time how long. I mean, it is garbage. Oh, you ready for this? In the movie, spoiler alert. Spoiler, big spoiler.
Spoiler.
Bruce Lee.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Bruce
spoiler.
Lee's in the film. Okay,
I saw that.
Did you see the scene where he gets beat up?
No, but I heard he got beat up, and
in a really lame manner.
You can't beat Bruce Lee up. What is?
Him getting beaten up in the film proves my point. Tarantino's trying to be so cool that he needs to beat up.
That sounds like edgelord behavior.
It really is. Yeah. That was the proof. I was like, this movie's a piece of crap because of this right now.
I don't agree with his overall take, but that
Bruce Lee. Do you know the family?
I haven't watched the movie yet. I have to watch that.
And you know what? He died in a really sad manner. He died at the top of his career. Bruce Lee. You don't mess with him.
The man is basically, God leveled because he died at the height of things too. So like, you can't have him get beat up, bro.
No, by Brad Pitt.
Chump.
By Brad Pitt.
Yeah, Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt's gonna be forgotten when he's no one's gonna forget Bruce Lee forever.
I don't.
Brad Pitt didn't invent
remember Brad Pitt too, but Bruce Lee is way cooler.
Enter the Dragon.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But who was Brad Pitt in that movie? Who was he that he beat him up?
He plays some like actor guy. He's just like an actor.
Who's Leonardo DiCaprio? Steve McQueen.
They don't really. I think they're just.
Because I saw him being him in The Great Escape. I didn't see the movie.
I don't think he's playing. He's playing a Steve McQueen type, maybe. They're playing.
He literally played him in The Great Escape, though.
Oh,
they dubbed his face, and I saw that.
Oh, they did.
Yeah. So I was like,
I couldn't.
I don't know.
Watch it.
I have to watch the movie now, so I can hate it like Adam.
Yeah, I don't know. You might like it.
I'll probably enjoy it, but whatever.
So, folks, you guys have been a great crowd. Here's what I'm going to end with. I'm going to end with the outro credits, and then I'm going to show some teaser stuff. And you guys have been great. Thank you, brother.
Of course.
We chat all the time, and we learn about all sorts of weird things together and share it.
Yeah. Share weird things with each other, guys.
We go over politics, religion, and surfing, and a lot of other fun stuff.
Yeah.
That's what we do here.
We talk about all the things you're not supposed to talk about.
We do.
Especially when you drink alcohol.
We do. We talk about things.
That's the best time to talk about
We bring up subjects that are uncomfortable for people, but we talk about them,
Air your grievances, folks.
That's it. You gotta get it out. This has been Evening Hour. I'm gonna be calling you soon, Stuart. And this was fun. Thank you, brother.
Sure. Take it easy, guys.
Party on, everybody. Let me get this up here. I'm gonna put on my evening credits. And There are those that say playing cards are the devil's picture book. Well, we agree. My name is Reverend Adam Cardone, and I present to you the Satanic Playing Cards. Inspired by the most feared religion on earth, and endorsed by the Church of Satan founded by Anton Szandor LaVey in 1966. A luxurious pack of playing cards that's perfect for a game of chance or a bit of sleight of hand magic. Memento Diaboli, the Satanic Playing Cards.